It's in the bag somewhere. We're back. Thank you for watching, guys. I wanted to make a video recapping our trip. More like a lessons learned. If you're in the military, I can call it an A.A.R, after action review. I know it's nerdy, but I got 4 topics that I want to cover. Minimalism, which was one of the points of this trip. The keto diet and how I did. Also just traveling in general, especially with kids, and vlogging. So I wanted to start out with the minimalism aspect of it, and basically I wasn't too sure if just the 2 carry-ons with some backpacks was going to be enough for 4 people 2 weeks. It actually turned out pretty good. I found that I was able to move a lot easier, especially towards the end. I was so used to, the 2 carry-ons, moving around with Ria and Lisa on the stroller, one of the carry-ons in front of Ria, and the second carry-on was basically attached to the stroller with the wheels. I should have taken a picture of it, but I forgot, or at least some video. And then with my backpack on, I can basically walk around. Megu was walking around with just her purse and her backpack, so it was pretty nice to be able to have our hands free, which, even more of a reason why I should have taken some video. I did notice that I lost socks for some reason. I'm pretty sure I went with 5 pairs of socks, and somehow I ended up with 2. And so that was, I didn't buy any though. And so I was able to kind of use my slippers whenever it wasn't too cold, or just wash them. Luckily, the first week we had a washer right there in the house. Now, because it was cold, we kind of had to do with what we had. What's funny is that Megu forgot her jacket, but at the end, she ended up with 3. One that was my mom's kind of roommate's jacket. It just happened to be the same size as her. The second one was my brother's girlfriend's jacket. She forgot it at my mom's house, and we're trying to get it to her, but our schedules didn't work out, and we ended up forgetting, and we brought it down to LA. But Paula, by the way, my sister Maricruz, has it. And the other one, we were driving around San Francisco, and there was just some clothes laying around the curb. It almost looked new, so Megu picked one. She probably doesn't want me to share this, but she picked one jacket up. What I found is that we were actually actively trying not to bring stuff back. For some reason, every time we stopped somewhere, every time we went somewhere, we had to kind of keep ourselves from buying stuff, unnecessary stuff, souvenirs type of stuff. But yeah, it was actually tougher to not to buy stuff, not because we needed it, but just because, I guess, habit. I don't know. Even now that I'm back, I'm trying to avoid buying stuff at Amazon and stuff like that. I guess we're just brainwashed to do that. I don't know what it is. And even though we only went with a few things, we still ended up forgetting things at, my mom's house, my cousin's house, my sister's house. We just kept forgetting stuff. So if we were forgetting stuff when we only took 2 carry-ons, can you imagine if each of us had a luggage and had to manage 4 big luggages? It would have been tough. But as far as traveling as minimalist, I think it was pretty successful. It was easy to move around, and we were able to not bring too many things back, so that was cool. As far as the keto diet went, it wasn't too bad. But we did notice that it was harder to stay keto when we were around friends and family, especially when they brought their own food. When we were in my mom's house and we were providing our own food, barbecuing or cooking our breakfast, it was a lot easier because we had control. But once we had to go to people's houses or go out and eat in restaurants, it got a little tougher. It was a lot easier to justify cheating because we were on vacation, so we just kept telling ourselves, it's Christmas, or it's New Year's, or this is, I really wanted to go to this restaurant type of stuff. So for example, before we even left, I wanted to go to Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles. The first time I went with my sister and brother-in-law, it was delicious, so we wanted to go. We tried to go before we went to Stockton, but the wait was way too long, so we decided to do it after when we came back. And it's Roscoe's. Gotta eat the waffles, right? I did lose weight when before I left. I weighed myself and I weighed 252 pounds. When I came back, I weighed myself again and I was 250. So it was actually closer to 2.5 pounds. So not bad for being on vacation. Now, if you're keeping track, you notice that I'm way heavier than 220, which is what I weighed after my 8-day fast. And that's from the cheating. And I can talk about it in another video, but, you know, don't cheat. Yeah. So, yeah. As far as traveling, I learned some things. I learned that Risa was way too small to go to Disneyland. Even though she was on the stroller, she just couldn't handle the long days. She didn't understand that it was a, you know, amusement park, so she was supposed to be there to have fun. She's almost 4, so she's kind of right in the middle of that age where everything's no, 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 you know. So, so yeah, I think she was a little young. Hopefully, once we start doing the actual nomadic lifestyle in about another 1.5 years, then she'll be a little bit older and maybe a little better at traveling or, you know, dealing with like new places and stuff like that. But right now, yeah, she was a little too young. Rie, the older one, she got sick because it was cold. She almost never eats, and there were pretty long days. So even now that we're back, she already missed 1 day of Japanese school, and most likely she's gonna miss school tomorrow. So yeah, so you're not supposed to be sick after vacation. I don't know, but she needs to eat more. If you look at the pre-vacation video, you're gonna notice that the days stayed pretty close to what I planned, and so that was pretty cool. But I also want to emphasize that I think it is just as important to have a plan than it is to be flexible. Be aware that things can change, and so with those changes, you gotta kind of adjust. One of the changes was that we couldn't stay overnight at the ranch because it was actually closed, and they didn't have the whole timeshare presentation where they give you dinner and you stay overnight and stuff like that. So we just adjusted and we went 2 days. Thankfully, my mom's house was pretty close, so we just went home, and then the next day we went and did a barbecue. So it's pretty cool. My favorite part about this trip, I gotta say, it was being able to see friends and family that I haven't seen in a long time. I hadn't seen my mom in 2 years. I had some friends that I hadn't seen in almost 10 years. And so I think by far the best thing about traveling is not only to be able to see new things, but also to be able to experience the old. I'm not calling my friends old, but, or at least be able to kind of, you know, feel nostalgic for you know, people and places and stuff. So I think by far that was my favorite thing. I was happy, I was excited that I got to see and hang out with everybody. And so with that being said, it just motivated me even more to be able to start our nomadic lifestyle. I mean, just thinking about all the friends that I have scattered in Washington, New York, Texas, Florida. And so I'm really, really excited to start the traveling lifestyle and be able to meet them and hang out with them and talk about, you know, all the things that have been going on since we last saw each other. And so I'm just, man, I get goosebumps just thinking about that. And lastly, I want to talk a little bit about vlogging. I'm new at this. I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with the camera, but not so comfortable that, you know, my first reaction is not to, you know, bust out the camera and start recording, which obviously is good if you want to, you know, spend time with the family and experience things with them. But I also want to share with you guys, I need to remember to take more setup shots. And so, like, I forgot to take the front of the bookstore when we went to it, or the museum. Being a photographer, I should know better that, you know, you need a setup shot so that people kind of follow the story. You know, you have to have a setup, you know, climax, and then, you know, the ending. And so I need to get better at being able to tell stories with my videos, like nice, short, concise stories that are entertaining to you guys, and also stories that my daughters can watch when they get older and see that, oh yeah, I remember those days, so it just takes practice, and so that's why I wanted to do a daily vlog. But finding time to edit, and struggling with how I want the videos to be, what type of style that I want. I look at other YouTubers, and some of the styles are super annoying, and like they just look like it takes way too much work, too much effort, and I'm not willing to do that. But I do want to give you guys good content, nice entertaining stories, and so finding a balance between that's what I'm struggling with. So as you see my videos, let me know if you have any ideas, things that you hate, things that you like. If my videos are too short or too long, anything like that, just let me know. I really do want to get a nice, unique style. So anyways, that's my recap for the vacation. I had lots of fun. I'm going to try to get back to one video per week, recipes, and also I'm going to start my language series. I actually recorded a bunch of videos talking about our trilingual family. But I didn't like them, so I'm gonna re-record them. I think that with this vacation and the videos from it, I was able to give you guys maybe some context on how our family gets by with 3 languages. And so the videos that I shot before trying to explain it, it was difficult. It was very difficult, and so now I can point to the videos and show you examples of what I'm talking about and how our techniques are working. And so anyways, I'll save that for another video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and yeah, see you guys. Bye.